Oh my god, EA, what are you doing, man?
Hi guys, we got some news today for Star Wars games, and it'll blow your mind. I promise you. I'll just read the headline. Respawn's Star Wars FPS is cancelled. If you think that's the worst part, you'd actually be wrong, because their reasoning as to why is almost worse than the fact this thing has got cancelled in the first place. So yes, EA have come out today and announced that they have essentially laid off about 670 EA employees and completely cancelled the Respawn Star Wars FPS, which we just recently heard was going to be a Mandalorian themed Star Wars FPS, a first-person shooter. And well, it's not happening anymore. So yay. Now guys, I just want to apologize if I seem really tired. I just woke up and I'm still trying to get myself together. I woke up, looked at my phone, I saw this, and I was just absolutely floored. I have no words. I have no script in this video at all. I am literally going off the cuff. I haven't read all the article yet. I know one thing that happens in here and it's incredibly stupid. And we're going to read the whole thing. And we're going to get angry together, because this may be up there with the dumbest thing EA have done with Star Wars games. Right up there with cancelling Battlefront 2. Maybe even worse, because the reason why is just going to blow your freaking mind. So let's read through the article, shall we? Oh god, this company, man, seriously. So it says here, today EA announced a major company shakeup that will result in roughly 670 individuals, or 5% of its workforce, losing their jobs. As a part of that same reorganization, Respawn Star Wars FPS in development at Respawn is being cancelled. Yes, EA have decided to lay off a bunch of employees, and as a result, the casualty, of course, is Respawn's Star Wars FPS, because what is life if Star Wars games aren't being cancelled? So don't worry, it gets worse, trust me. Following CEO Andrew Wilson's announcement of the cuts today, EA Entertainment President Laura Mills shared a note with staff explaining in more detail what EA's business priorities would be going forward. This includes her announcement that EA is shutting down an early development Star Wars FPS action game as a part of an ongoing focus on its own owned brands and supporting its existing games. I just can't with this company anymore, dude. Seriously. Look, I'll be completely honest with you guys. I've worked with EA before and they've always been very good to me. And I mean, they even sent me to LA to play Jedi Survivor early. It was great. Everyone that I met that worked at EA were incredible people. The problem is the 0.01% up the top of that company are the most out of touch, disgusting people that you could imagine in this industry. And it's people like that are the reason why things like this happen. But let's keep reading, okay? Not much is known about the Star Wars FPS, but it was rumored to feature a Mandalorian protagonist in some way. The fate of EA's Star Wars strategy game is also unclear. So for those of you who don't know, they do actually have another game. Respawn are currently working on 3 Star Wars games, well, 2 now. One of those is Jedi Survivor's sequel, or Jedi 3, whatever that game ends up being, even though Stig Asmussen, the game's director, is not working on it anymore, which is actually really concerning. But the FPS is now cancelled and no one knows what's going on with the strategy game. We can probably assume that's cancelled too. Let's be perfectly honest. Let's just sit on the side of pessimism here, because I think it's earned at this point. So I'll finish off this little paragraph here. This is the funny part. You guys are gonna like this. EA is undertaking the move in part due to what it perceives to be a rapid shift toward large open world games, massive communities, and live service games. You heard that right. Let's dive into why that's really funny. So Elliot, another Battlefront YouTuber, really cool guy, he tweeted this and he pointed out how stupid this was. And we're going to read it word for word. He said, "We ask for open world and or a live service Star Wars game. They cancel both. They start making Star Wars single player games instead. then cancel them saying they want to make an open world live service game. You can't make this up. This company is 3 or 4 years behind the 8 ball. They are so out of touch that it blows my mind. And it's shit like this, man, where this is why I pivoted away from Star Wars games and decided to make channels elsewhere, because this is the kind of shit that happens. And look, I just want to say, as bad as all this is and annoying as it is that we have yet another cancelled Star Wars game, my thoughts do go out to the 670 EA employees that did lose their jobs because of this bullshit. So I just want to say I feel for them completely, and they've got the worst of the situation than we do. I want to make that very clear, okay? Again, everyone I've ever met that worked at EA, amazing people, incredible human beings. Again, it's the dumbasses at the top that ruin it for everybody, okay? So essentially what's happened here is EA have given Star Wars fans a live service game to love and adore, gave it treatment for a few years, took it away because they thought their place in the industry was going to be with these single player franchises. And they're going to make all these single player games and everything's going to be dandy. And we all sat there and said, why would you take Battlefront 2 away and do that? That's a stupid idea. Well, it seems like they've actually realized that today. And so they're reverting and going back to what we had 5 years ago with focusing on live service, multiplayer, you know, whatever they're doing, and their own IP. But they're canceling the games that they put in place over the last few years to get there. So they've jumped ship once, jumped it again, and then jumped back. I do not understand this company. They are so out of touch. They are so far behind the 8 ball. They have no idea what people actually want, and they're going to be focusing on their own owned IPs. What are you talking about? Are you trying to tell me that your own owned IPs, which, let's be honest, aren't very good, are more important than Star Wars? Can pull in more money for you than Star Wars? Are you serious? Like, are you kidding me? Like, just to show you how delusional this company is, I'm going to read this quote out to you. We are also sunsetting games and moving away from development of future licensed IP that we do not believe will be successful in our changing industry. Bullshit. That is the biggest load of horseshit I have ever heard from this guy's mouth. And I have heard some absolute dribble come out of this guy's mouth. This is the biggest load of shit I have ever read. Are you trying to tell me that a Mandalorian game made by the people who made Titanfall, Apex, Star Wars Jedi Survivor, Star Wars Jedi Fallen Order, all massively successful? Are you seriously trying to tell me that you don't think that will be successful? You are so full of shit. Honestly, just, dude, like, what is your focus now? What is your focus? Are you serious? Dude, like, is your focus FIFA? It can't even be FIFA. They don't even own the FIFA IP anymore. It's called EAFC 24. What is their focus? This is the biggest load of bullshit I have ever seen come out of this guy's mouth. Now, if we're going to find some solace in any of this, amongst all this, we kind of got the official announcement that Jedi Survivor or Jedi 3 is actually happening. So yes, the kind of announcement for Jedi Survivor 3 or Jedi 3 comes in the form of a layoff leak. That is the most EA thing I've ever heard. How good. So I'm losing my mind, man. I just can't with this company anymore. I knew things were going too well when we got the Battlefront collector's edition announcement, whatever it was super popular. Everyone's really happy, everyone's really excited, and then something like this happens. It's the most Star Wars game thing I've ever seen. Again, this is why I pivoted away from Star Wars games with my YouTube career, man. This is why I have another game channel and I've got another movie channel, and they're doing really well, and I'm loving life over there. It's shit like this as to why I pivoted away, and why I feel so bad for every Star Wars content creator on this damn planet, because they have to deal with shit like this over and over and over again. When are Star Wars fans going to catch a break? I can't. I can't with this company, man. Like, Jesus. The article goes further on saying IGN understands that the team previously working on this game will largely be reassigned to other projects, including Apex Legends, Iron Man, Black Panther, and Jedi. That is obviously Jedi Survivor 3. So not everybody that lost their jobs that was working on this FPS is going to be losing their jobs completely. They're just going to be transferred to something else. So that is good news. But it goes on further saying, for which EA has confirmed a third installment, the Star Wars Jedi franchise will continue despite EA's move to focusing on owned IP, and EA is said to remain focused on its long-standing relationship with Disney and Marvel. So your solution to focus on the long-standing relationship with Disney and Marvel is to cancel your Star Wars games, except for one. I can't with this company. I know I've said that so many times, but I really can't. This is my jumping off point when it comes to EA. This is the last straw, man. Again, I've worked with EA in the past. They've been really good to me, and when I say EA, I mean the top morons making the decisions. They're the people that I just can't deal with, man. Again, everyone, like, just because I know a lot of people from EA watch this channel and know me personally. This isn't a slight on them, obviously. Anyone with common sense can figure that out. But this company, man, EA are so out of touch. It actually, like, it's kind of funny. Like, you can't write this stuff. You can't make this shit up. This company, they do it to themselves. They really do. Yeah, man, wow. Seriously, this part, it just gets me, man. EA is undertaking the move in part due to what it perceives to be a rapid shift toward large open world games, massive communities, and live service games. So their plan going forward is to focus on their owned IP and focus on open world games, massive communities, and live service games. Oh, you mean Battlefront, the one you canceled 3 or 4 years ago and thought it was a great decision, even though everyone told you it was a stupid decision. You've finally realized that, and you've canceled all the games you put in place to replace that strategy. It's a mess. This company, they do it to themselves. I am just at a loss for words. But yeah, I'm gonna end the video here. I can't. Let me know in the comments what you think about it. I think we all know what we think about it. EA are a joke. I think that much is clear, and they've just embarrassed themselves on a massive scale today. And yeah, I mean, we have the Battlefront Collector's Special Edition thing coming in a couple weeks. That's gonna be cool. Just another shit day for Star Wars game fans. Just another shit day. Another cancelled Star Wars game. Just add it to the list.